Friends, welcome back. In this session, we will continue with the statistical learning that is required for you to become a data mining expert. We have already seen a little bit of a statistics related content in the previous session, and this session is going to be the next version of it. We are going to learn a little more about statistics in this session, and it's going to be interesting. The characteristics of the data can be learned from two things. One is the central tendency, and another one is the dispersion of the data. One is central tendency, the second one is the dispersion of the data. I am going to go ahead with measurement of the central tendency of the data, and we are going to discuss the mean, the median, the mode, the mid-range, all these contents. A measure of central tendency is nothing but a single value that can attempt to describe a set of data. I have got a set of data. I need one value as a representative which can describe the set of data by identifying exactly the central position within that set of data. Right? It is very important for us to understand this point. The central tendency is all one single value which can attempt to represent, which can attempt to describe a set of data by identifying the central position exactly. I am going to go with 3 or 4 of very important contents of this which you must be already aware of. If not, you can listen to it again right now. Well, the first one is mean. The mean is the most popular and is a well used or well known measure of central tendency. We have been learning this for quite a long time, and we will give a quick recap. It can be used with discrete or continuous data, although it is most commonly used with the continuous data. We can understand mean as the most commonly used, and we have got two types of it. One is arithmetic mean and second one is weighted arithmetic mean. What is it? Don't worry much about formulas here, and it's going to be very simple right away. All these are bookish and we are going to ignore right that. Instead, I'll take you through an example and then you can understand this pretty easily. How do we calculate the arithmetic mean? Very simple. I'm going to take an example where we need to find the mean driving speed for 6 different cars on the same highway. 66 miles per hour, 57 miles per hour, 71, 54, 69 and 58. How do we get arithmetic mean? Very simple. How many data entries are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 data entries are there. Now add all the 6. 66 plus 57 plus 71 plus 54 plus 69 plus 58 by 6. So 62.5 is the average, that is the mean, arithmetic mean that we are finding out. Now what is the weighted mean? Again, we need to understand this very clearly. A mean where some values getting contribution done to the more than the other values. I have got certain set of entries where I can have some values which can contribute more than other values. That's very important for us to understand. When you come to the normal or when you come to the previous type of mean that we have discussed, it's going to be pretty simple. When I have 4 data entries, it's all going to get the equal weightage. You see that here 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 by 4 will give you 10 by 4. So it is of equal weight. So 2.5 is the final mean that we arrive at, and each entry contributed equally. So there is no deviation. But when you come to the weighted mean, I can go ahead with giving some additional weightage to one particular entry. Right. We could think in a very simple way. I'm going to take that each of the numbers in the data set has got weight of 1 by 4. Okay. I've got 4 number entries here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I now take 1 by 4. This is the normal method that we follow. So 1 by 4 into 1, 1 by 4 into 2, 1 by 4 into 3, 1 by 4 into 4. So totally you got 2.5. But now we are going to specifically assign a weight certainly to one data entry. So what do? We are going to take 0.7 as the weight for 3. The third data entry, 1, 2, 3, 4 is there, right? So I'm going to leave 1 as such, 2 as such, and the 3 will be given with special weight of 0.7, right? And rest of the weight will be set to 0.1. For an instance here, the rest of the weights are all set to 0.1. You can see that, but only the third has got 0.7 as the weight. Now how do we calculate? 0.1 into 1, 0.1 into 2, 0.7 into 3 plus 0.1 into 4. So what will happen? We have got more weight for the data entry 3. The 3 as the data gets more weightage, and the result is 2.8 here when you compute. That is it. This is called weighted mean. You can determine which of the data entries should contribute more. I'll define it again. You can see the definition here. A mean where some values contribute more than others. So here who contributed more? The third data entry, the number 3 contributed more, and that is why we call it weighted mean. Well, Do we have a difference between mean and average? This is a very interesting question that most of us will think are the same, but there is a minor difference in it. Right, what is mean? It is a way we refer to the central point of the specific list of values. To compute a mean, very simple, add all the values together and divide it by the number. So I have got 3 plus 7 plus 8 and I divide it by 3, so I get 6. So this is mean. Now average, what do we do? It is the middle point of all the numbers that you have in hand. This is central point they define and this is middle point. So the result is going to be the same. Average is a synonym to the mean. Average is a synonym to the mean, but mean need not be a synonym to average. Mean need not be a synonym to average for a simple reason that I can have other types of mean included in it. So you cannot call mean as a synonym to the average. Statisticians always use the term mean. Mathematicians always use the term average. When you are a mathematician, you call it average. When you are a statistician, you call it mean. That's a major difference that you need to remember. Well, what's the next step? Median. The median is the middle score for a set of data that has been arranged in the order of the magnitude. That's very important. I have got a data set. I am arranging it in the order of magnitude and I am going to identify the middle score. So I have got a set of data and we are going to identify the median very clearly out of it. We can take an instance here. So you see that here I've got 20, 30, 30, 30, 35, 39, 46, 58, 59. So total number of entries, if you see, it is 9. So what is the median now? Now it is exactly the center value and you can see that 39. It is arranged in the magnitude and it is in the increasing order. So 35 is the median here. The fifth value is 35 and that's the median. Now what do we do when we have one more value added to it? I have got another value called 60 added to it. So n becomes 10 and it is not easy for us to spot the central location. So what do we do? Take these two values and add them together, find the average for those two and that becomes your median. So 35 plus 39 by 2 stands 37 and that's your median. Very simple. We described what exactly is median. Now what is mode? The most frequently occurring value in the data set is called mode. What do you mean by that, sir? Very simple. I have got car as somewhere close to 7 times, train as 5 times, bus occurred for somewhere close to 13 times, tram for 5 times or 6 times. Now which is the most occurred value here? It is nothing but the bus. So this is the mode. Now we will take a mathematical example. 639666593. Which value has occurred the most? 6 has occurred thrice, 3 has occurred twice, 9 has occurred twice and rest all just once. So if you see that 6 is the mode here. The value that occurs most frequently in the list is called as the mode. There can be more than one mode value. So I can have 7 appearing 3 times and I need to pick up 6 and 7 as the mode. That's very important to understand. We are yet to talk about the ranges and we will talk about it a little later. But for now, I am going to quickly tell you what exactly are the differences and how do we summarize it. What is mode? The mode is nothing but the most commonly appearing data in the most commonly appearing value in the set of data. 2 to 5, 5. It occurred twice. So we have 2 and 5 as the mode. What is median? The median is exactly the middle number in the list in the lowest order to highest order magnitude when it is properly arranged. So in this case, it is 35. What is mean? Mean is nothing but the total number of all values divided by the number of values. You can call it average if you are a mathematician. You can call it mean if you are a statistician. And finally, we are yet to see more about range, which we will discuss shortly. But what is range? The range is nothing but the difference between the lowest value and the highest value in the given set of data. Here it is 8 as the highest and 2 as the lowest. So in that case, 8 minus 2 is 6 and this is called as the range. That's it. We'll have more to follow in the next session and I hope you like this session. In case you have any questions, suggestions, inputs, please go ahead and type it in the comment section. If you like the channel and the content, please give a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you very much.